Alright, you guys, in this video I'm going to be doing a part 2 of a video I made entitled Struggles That I Faced as a Small YouTuber. I usually do this if I felt that I wasn't clear enough. It's due to past instances where I was taken out of context with one word. So to prevent that, here's a part 2. So in the first part, you can watch it if you haven't. I talked about how I struggled with little to no money to buy better gear for my channel and having to deal with people pointing it out left and right and feeling powerless because I didn't have any money to buy a better mic or a camera or a laptop or editing software. I didn't think I would do YouTube, so therefore I didn't think to save what I had. Like when I used to play with a VHS tape camera, my mom bought me a tripod and I think I threw it away. See, if I didn't, then I could have used that for my channel. I could have bought the little cup thing for your phone, and there we go. And in the other video, I had mentioned in a group that I was in, the other members saw me not having the money to get better stuff as excuses and how it angered me. I just want to clarify that the reason it angered me is because I felt that they didn't quite understand that when you're first starting YouTube, a lot of small channels are not gonna have the money for better stuff right away. They will start out with what they have. And I felt that if they understood that I just couldn't afford it, I didn't have the funds, then they would have saw it as an excuse. How can I buy a camera with no money? How can I buy a mic with no money? And this is a problem that I've been having basically since I got the snowball, where they would tell me I need to get another mic or I need to upgrade when I didn't hear anything wrong with the mic that I have. But because they don't specifically tell me what they heard wrong, I don't know what to look out for. I don't know if the music was louder than me and they thought I needed a new mic, or if there was a part that went quiet. But sometimes I have to adjust it accordingly in the editor. If some parts were quieter than the other, did I miss a spot? Or was it too loud? Or was there static? Did it sound robotic? I don't know what the problem is, so I can't fix it without knowing the problem. And they just assume that I have the money to buy a mic without considering maybe I can't afford it. Maybe she can't afford to buy another mic. Let me give her an alternative. And another thing that I didn't quite understand is when people saw you weren't getting the views you should, they assume you sub for sub or there's something you're doing wrong. I don't know how many times when I've started YouTube that someone would say that I need to play newer games or have a problem with playing games that are older. But little did they know, I didn't have the equipment to play newer games. Didn't have a good computer to run them. Didn't own a console at the time. So how can I play a new game if my computer can't run it or if I don't have a PS4 or Xbox? Playing a new game is not going to guarantee views. I'm still going to struggle just as much. And it could just be an algorithm thing. So let's say someone watches a Life is Strange walkthrough. They're more likely to stumble on my video because the algorithm reads what they're interested in. And let's say next week they watch Minecraft, but because I don't play Minecraft, my videos are not going to show up. It could just be people are not getting alerted of my videos because YouTube changed it to where you have to turn on the bell to get someone's videos, which is a struggle for everyone. So somebody can subscribe with full intentions to watch your videos, but if they don't have the bell turned on, they will not see your videos. Just because someone's not getting the views they should doesn't automatically mean sub for sub. Doesn't automatically mean their content is not interesting. It could just be what they watched around the time the algorithm catered to that. So if someone's watching Minecraft and you don't play Minecraft, YouTube is not going to suggest your videos. Being taken out of context is one thing. I made a video like this where I discussed my struggles with being a small YouTuber. I talked about, not having money to buy equipment or getting my content out there, and this dude just saw the word struggle and went bad shite crazy. So he took me out of context with one word and assumed the video was a whining video, which I didn't intend it to be. I just intended it for it to explain the obstacles that a lot of smaller channels face. And I understand that you don't have to spend $300 on a camera or $300 on a mic. But what I was aiming at is if the equipment breaks down and you don't have the money to get another one. Like, I recently bought a headset. So if this mic breaks, at least I can use the headset temporarily while I search for another mic. And until I get the next check, and then I can buy one. At least I have the headset. It's like my laptop. It quit in 2018. I didn't have the money to get another one. Compared to a large YouTuber who just have to wait for their next check to get another whatever. That's what I was aiming at. And folks not understanding the difference between criticism and hate. Talking about someone's appearance is not criticism. Can they change their appearance? No. I made a video about why you should work from home. This was on a channel that I shortly gave up on. And the dude slammed the video simply because it wasn't something up his alley. That is not constructive feedback. What was constructive is him telling me what the video was missing for why he didn't find it helpful. Or maybe I wasn't targeting him. I was targeting people who may want to work from home one day. And this could give them some advice on why they should do it. So this is why I'm in favor of posting in groups related to what you are. If you're a beauty YouTuber, find some beauty groups that allow promotion. If you're a gaming channel, gaming groups that allow promotion, and so on. Because posting in mixed group like these, you're going to run into a lot of people who aren't interested in that particular aspect of content, and they're going to slam it. That is a struggle that we have. But as creators, we need to understand, why are people subscribed to us? Why do they tune in? They are subscribed because they like that content. They will not be subscribed if they did not like it. So you should tell these people to screw off. Those 100 people, 200 people, 400, whatever, would not be subscribed if they didn't have interest in your content. So I feel that's what I have to learn. And that's what I have to practice doing. A particular struggle that I came across is vague feedback. Like I said, if you are vague in your feedback and you're not telling me where the problem lies, how do you expect me to fix it? For example, there was this thread that I didn't know was a feedback thread, but I thought was just like a show-off thread where you can see different styles and maybe one particular style can give you a guide. And this person said my text was too big and too many. What the hell does that mean? Too many what? Colors? Fonts? Puzzles? Pictures? What? And you have to make the font big because in the thumbnail preview, it's smaller. It may look big when you're making the thumbnail in your Photoshop, but when you are scrolling on YouTube, the preview is going to look much smaller. You have to make the font at a good size. You have to add some effects to bring it out so the viewer can still see it. The guy could have said, in my opinion, that color does not match that type of wording. That color does not match what you're trying to do. I always use this, that, and that when I make my thumbnails. And with these people thinking something's wrong, telling me to buy another mic. Instead of telling me to buy another mic, say, at times, I could not hear you. This is what I do to make sure everything is leveled. Or, in Audacity, add this step. This step does X. When you're rendering, before you render, put the sample rate at this because it'll do that. That will help me. That will help me because you have to remember, small channels like myself, we're trying to do what we can to avoid spending a lot of money because we know we're going to like YouTube in a year or so. And there's no point in buying something expensive and complicated and you don't know how to use it. We're trying to buy something simple that we can learn to use because you're just wasting money if you don't know how to use it. You know, getting people to understand your circumstances. Now, I do record videos ahead of time. I do it because it helps me. Okay. But if somebody comes on the channel that doesn't that doesn't realize or didn't know that at the time I didn't have a good whatever, or at the time I didn't really have a good setup, then I changed it. So for instance, in videos I've made in the past, I didn't have a mic stand to bring my mic closer to my mouth, right? And then I got one. However, you are still going to see videos that will go up before the new changes got implemented. And I just want to let y'all know right now that on this channel, I am in the process of buying new stuff. It's going to be little by little, day by day. And I will post an unboxing video and a test video so you can see that, changes are going to come, but just not right away. And also that you are going to see old videos before you see new ones. So a video could go up on my channel today, and I actually recorded it and edited 2 months ago. So that's why I upload 5 days a week. It's to prevent a video from just sitting on my computer for 5 months before going up. That's why I upload 5 days a week, and I'm only going to go on the peak break around the holidays and around maybe spring break and around May when everybody's having exams and getting out of school. And then in August when kids are going back to school, because those are the times when it's harder for me to get views. Those are the times when it's hardest for me. So I feel it's best just to cut down my uploads, because there's no point in posting 5 days a week and hardly anybody's watching. So just be patient and give me time to get the videos with the new changes up. But I think the flip side is having to keep explaining over and over what happened. For example, I made a video on my tablet. This was when I had to use it. And I looked at the screen instead of the lens. See, on the camera, it's easier for me to see the lens on the camera than the little tiny lens on a phone or a tablet. And people kept pointing it out. I had to keep explaining that I didn't know. It's harder for me to see a tiny lens on a phone versus a big lens on the camera. That got exhausting after a while. Like, you heard it once, you explained what happened, and people didn't see it. So for those of you who may watch my videos on another site and may not see my pinned comment on YouTube, just please understand that, the quality is going to go up. It's just going to take time to experiment with new things and new settings and new editors. So I was editor hopping throughout the transition. So I picked one final editor to stick with, but it's going to take a while before you see that. So just please be patient with me. I understand you like it when I spend money, but I'm trying my best not to do that as much. So tell me what struggles that you have as a small channel. I wanted this video to be a bit different, besides talking about not getting views, not getting subscribers, hate, because I feel everybody has that, so I feel it's kind of overdone. But more or less side struggles that I face, like people pointing out something, telling me just to buy a new whatever, rather than telling me what they saw or heard that gave them the impression, or people saying work on your thumbnails but not tell me what they saw in the thumbnail that gave them the impression. I have more struggles with that than I do with everything else. Or if you think editing needs work, tell me what did I miss in the video. But I feel that there should be programs that help smaller channels get better equipment. Maybe send them free stuff in exchange for a review, and they can do the unboxing and review on their channel, and then send the company a link via email or something. Because I think that's good enough. I think that's fair. You get free stuff, you review it, recommend it to other people in return, because that can help us with our quality. In my opinion, I feel the equipment matters because one has more features than the other. But remember, everyone's going to start with the crappiest whatever that they have until they can get better stuff. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on the bell icon so I'm posting. And that is all for now.